Or I don't even know where this is gonna go. It depends on how much depends how my ego has been totally run over. So today, guys, we are putting an offer in, our first offer ever.
Yeah,
on a home. Like, obviously the market here moves really, really fast, and we're already pre-approved, which is really exciting, especially as people who are self-employed. Also, as someone with like imposter syndrome, it really like validates the fact that like we can do this and we're equipped for it, and like I'm just so excited. This is a really, really special house. So but I know whatever's in the cards for us is in the cards for us, so we're just gonna have our fingers crossed, do the best we can, and go into this offer night like with
positive vibes.
Positive vibe. It was always our intention to do a house hunting series because I just find it really fascinating myself when I watch videos like this. But one thing I noticed as I was editing the first episode, which if you're watching this, it's probably out right now, is that I wish I got more footage. But like the thing is, it's a little bit difficult, especially with COVID. I don't want to like take a lot of extra time in there like filming when we're trying to like look at a property, and we're going to spend obviously for the most we've ever spent on something on a house, that I don't want it to like deflect from our time being present and really looking at the house. So like we just didn't really film that much. That was definitely to my detriment when like editing the video, and like I didn't have a lot of footage of things. So I really want to just try a little bit better to get as much footage of like our emotions, everything going on, and like just even having this experience for ourselves. Basically, we were in Prince Edward County from Wednesday to Friday. Right before we went, we saw a house because it just popped up, and like we wanted to see it. We know how listings go really fast, and we mulled over it in Prince Edward County, and honestly, like I just have a lot of work stuff. It's been really busy, and we decided we're gonna put an offer on it today, and it's gonna be the most money we've ever spent. It's gonna be the most money that's ever gonna leave our bank accounts, like ever. But we are more than prepared for it, and we're so excited. If it's our house. I know this is a journey. I know a lot of you who are watching have already been through it, so if you have any advice, let a girl know. But also, don't kill my spirit. Yay! This is a really, really dope house. It's so
super
cool.
Cute.
I think you guys are going to just like fall in love with it. It is nothing like I've seen on the market. But like, it's literally like nothing I've seen. It is so special. I personally don't know anyone who lives in a house that looks like this. But like, I don't know anyone who lives.
I don't know anybody. I think it's really cute.
Like, I don't, like, it's just so cool. It's really cool. And like, I think one thing that this has taught me, regardless of the outcome, is that I think that we're only gonna like, from going forward, look at houses that are this freaking cool. Or you guys are gonna look at it and be like, it's hideous. I think it's really, really cool. So anyway. Yeah, moving on. We're gonna go to the bank, and then we'll keep you guys updated.
Let's go. Let's go.
I feel like I'm gonna cry.
I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
I feel like I can't even talk about it because I'm just... Hello?
Hey, how are you guys?
We're good. Our dog is good.
You're walking your dogs?
No.
He barks every time there's
when
the phone
calls.
Oh, I was gonna say, so how are you guys feeling now that you just bought a house?
Hey! Let's go!
I know.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I know. So, now I don't have it back yet in writing. I do have it via text though. So she's getting it all signed up and then sent back to me. Now I'm on my way to come to your place to grab the deposit check.
Okay, amazing.
Sit down.
Yeah.
And then when I go and hand it off, I'm meeting them all by then have had the copy, so then I'll send it to you. But yeah, it was a battle because at first she was like, when I sent it back, she was like.
That was literally the most stressful night like ever. If anyone has done this before, kudos to you. It was all like sorts of exciting and stressful at the same time. We were actually, I will say this, even though I know I've been like very vague about budget, we were not the most expensive offer. It's true. And we also did not bid the max that we would have bid on a house in general, but we did bid the max on what we felt was appropriate for this house, which leaves us plenty of room for other things we want to do to the house. Yeah, I've already announced it over on Instagram, and you guys seem to really like it already, and it's so cool. I'm just really excited that you guys love it as much as we do, and you guys asked a lot of questions on my Instagram, so if you ever want to be part of these Q&As, definitely head on over to my Instagram, because I'm going to be asking a ton of them, especially now that we are homeowners.
I know, it's crazy.
Actually so crazy. I don't know, it's like been such a blur.
I know.
But let's start at, I guess, offer night. So offer nights are actually very different in a pandemic, clearly, but in Toronto, normally, I didn't know this until, I mean, anyone who's a realtor here in Toronto, like, let me know if this is a thing or maybe a standard thing in your city, but I didn't know that, like, on offer night, if there are, like, multiple offers, that you drive up to the house on that night and you actually put you're in your car and your realtor, like, in front of the house and stuff.
Like,
yeah, remember I said that's so awkward?
I thought he meant that was like the olden
my aunt did that. No, my aunt did that too. So generally,
that's weird.
I mean, now they do it all via phone and stuff because we have to be safe. But can you imagine you and, like, even if it's just one other car?
Yeah,
and then
that's intense.
You drive home,
like, knowing that they got the house and you
didn't. Like,
that's pretty weird.
That's such a sad idea to me, but, like, okay, anyway, obviously we didn't have to do that. It was all, like, over the phone. You guys could clearly see we were in our living room when we got the news. Yeah, it was very stressful, but we also felt really good, and in hindsight, how much we put into how much we offered for the house, we still feel really good about it. We're really not against renting, so I really strongly believe that renting is actually better financially for a lot of people depending on the scenario. Like, I think it was wise for us to rent for a couple of years before we, like, jumped into buying something. And we were already considering maybe renting somewhere bigger. Fun fact, guys, you may have not, actually, you guys wouldn't know this, but we actually looked at a 2-bedroom apartment in the same building before we even went into house search, and that was even before the pandemic.
That was before the pandemic.
Yeah, so it was something we were thinking of upsizing and getting a bigger space even before everything happened. So yeah, it just so happened that everything worked out. Got something on my face. What is
Dog
that?
hair.
Let's go into when we saw the house.
Okay, when we saw the house, just even looking at the listing and the pictures, we already knew we liked it.
Yeah.
It checked off all of the things that we liked.
Got our keys. We are officially in. Right, Dill?
Yeah, let's get it.
Look at these ceilings. We have a house.
Just even looking at the listing, it checked off everything that we liked and wanted in the house, with the exception of, like, one thing. But that made us really want to go check out the house, just because it was super cute, had a lot of character, and we couldn't wait to see it in real life.
And the coolest thing about this was that the way the light poured in the morning all through the afternoon was really special. I know, like, you guys should definitely watch the first 2 videos where we're house hunting, so that way you guys can kind of see what we were looking for, and then we go into more depth on that. But one thing we really wanted was character. I really wanted an older home. Like, more, I didn't want a builder home more because I just love old places. Like, even when we found our apartment here, I know some people can't justify why would you live in an older building when there's all these fancy new buildings. For me, like, there's so many more benefits to living in an old building, which I go into in my apartment tour, so you guys should go check that out. But I was literally looking up heritage apartment buildings, Toronto, and we found our place like that. So, like, I knew that, like, going into it in the future, like, for an actual place that we were going to put our roots into, we wanted something that was unique and really special, and I think we got it.
Most definitely. And the second you walk into the house, the vibes are just right. You feel good. The light shining in just makes you feel super happy, and that's what we were looking for in a house, and we found it.
We had the most attractive offer, which is really great, because it's not just about how much money you're going to put on a house. It's like, depends on, like, your finance conditions, like your actual house conditions in general, like even just, like, the type of people you were. Like, I'm pretty sure the reason why we got it was because we wanted to restore it and, like, kind of make it what it is, and, like,
and keep the character of the house.
Like, we loved it so much.
We weren't trying to tear it down and build something new.
And the highest bidder sounded like a tear down from what we know. So we're gonna move on, and I know that was a little bit all over the place. We're going to answer some of your most asked questions now that I got on Instagram when I announced the news. So a lot of these are from you guys, so thank you guys. What kind of house is that? Where'd you find it? How'd you find it? It's cool. Like, so, yeah, it's definitely a very unique house. It would definitely fall under the mid-century modern era of architecture. Yeah, there was a lot of houses built like this in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And if you actually have seen The Incredibles, like the Disney movie, they live in a mid-century modern house, which is very similar to our house. So a lot of it is just kind of the same as it was. So with that, you get incredible character, but at the same time, you get a lot of work that you have to upgrade in order for the place to be like safe. We did get a detached house, which was something that was on our list that was very, very important. And yeah, we just love it. We just think it's so cool. It's a very it's a quieter neighborhood than where we are now.
But everyone's like really warm, really friendly. Yeah, we're super excited.
People were literally telling us like as we were getting our keys, like, welcome to the neighborhood. It's like so nice. I've been getting a lot of criticism about what we believe is Toronto and what other people believe is Toronto. And like, I think people have this misconception that like only the Eaton Centre or the CN Tower is Toronto. But that's like saying only Times Square is Manhattan. Like when we were looking at Toronto, like anywhere where the lockdown touches in the Toronto area is Toronto. If you're able to get access to the TTC, I consider that Toronto. If you vote for the Toronto mayor, you're in Toronto. If you have a different mayor, you're not in Toronto. Like that is just how I see it. There's also something called the GTA, which is the Greater Toronto Area, and a lot of those places are not considered Toronto. You guys can look it up, but like what I consider Toronto is, I'm sorry, if you guys were not included in the 28-day lockdown for the Toronto region, I know like other regions were, that ain't Toronto, but if you were, you are. Let's get that tangent out there because I know a lot of people were just like crazy about Toronto, like just weird about it. You
can literally see it on Google.
Yeah, you can see it on Google. It's Toronto. You know where Toronto is. You can see the region. I wasn't looking for heart downtown core Toronto. Like we did not want to live beside the ACC. Like no one wants to do that. I mean, some people want to do that. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. What were unexpected costs? And not that this was unexpected. We were actually pretty prepared for everything, but land transfer and closing costs are very expensive.
I wouldn't say that we really had unexpected costs, but I guess it's because we did so much research before we put in the offer. But I think the most, uncommon, most things that people aren't aware about are definitely land transfer tax.
It's definitely something you have to do your due diligence for when you're buying a house and wherever you live. So I know it differs from everywhere, but generally you do need a lawyer. Just our land transfer fee alone was over 20 grand Canadian. Freaking insane. And like that's something we have zero control of. That's something that the province or the city has control of. So that was something we had to bite on the cost, and it's something that you also have to pay up front, much like your down payment. It's not included in your mortgage. So you definitely have to be prepared for that. So when you're looking at a certain house budget, you have to take that account for. I know a lot of you guys have said the same thing in my comments, and yeah, I didn't want to get into like super like detailed financials here. It was just more like the fun part of the process and just certain things that we were looking out for, but definitely do your due diligence. How long did the house search take?
6 months of serious searching, but we've been looking for houses for as long as we can remember.
Yeah, but we started physically looking in houses, like taking it really seriously, like being very serious buyers 6 months ago. How many houses did you see before you saw this one? Everything we showed you guys.
That's in person.
In person.
But we have done so much research and checking up listings pretty much every minute of every day.
I was so obsessed with the house search. I kind of want to do a video where I do a screen recording and go through like a whole house search process with you guys because I'm really good at it.
So good. Really good.
Like I found the listing for our house only I think 10 minutes after it was posted. In Toronto, you do have to be aggressive, and after seeing a few things and obviously going on this journey with you guys, we started realizing what we wanted, what was worth seeing too. It was actually the first house we put an offer on and we got it, so that was very, very
that's
unlikely.
very uncommon for that to happen, but we're super grateful for
so grateful. Does Toledo love it? Toledo's our dog.
No, he loves the backyard. He is extremely happy. We
Yeah.
took him out there, and he was just loving that he had a free range area to run in. But because the inside is all hardwood floor, he
Is
kind of slides a little
all
bit.
over the place. He's not. He also, if you guys don't watch us and aren't super familiar, he does have a few sight issues. So every time he's in an unfamiliar space, he does get a lot of anxiety. So I think when we move in our own stuff in there and stuff like that, he'll feel a lot better. How did we know it was the one?
Vibes. Just like, this is it.
Yeah, we looked at it and I was like, I've never seen anything like this before. And I got a lot of DMs saying the same thing. Like, where is that house in Toronto? Which we're not going to share for privacy reasons, but yeah, like it's really special and it just felt like the one. I think it's kind of like dating where you know someone's the one. It's like the same thing. Like, we looked in this house and I could just really see us there. It was the first house we put an offer in that I really wanted, like super badly. I could see us being there for a really long time. Is it a fixer-upper? I would consider this a fixer-upper. It's not one of those super gut homes where you have to like gut everything out and like, you know, like how you see sometimes on these television shows, but I would consider it a fixer-upper in terms of some things are very outdated and we do have to fix them because of safety things and codes and, you know, all that stuff. So I would definitely consider it a fixer-upper and not move-in ready. Like, it's not turnkey if that's like
it's not move-in ready.
I guess people just want to see more of it. So I'll show a few pictures here. Like I said, it's a mid-century modern style home. Some people are asking us about our home decor vision. I think that's going to be another video. I'm going to keep vlogging this whole experience. We've been already looking at paint and like I've already ordered some furniture. So definitely watch this space because we have so much cool house content coming up. This is not over. But definitely these sit-down videos are. I think I'm going to still do like vlogs and stuff like that. But the vision isn't to keep it, obviously we want the actual bones in the house to feel very mid-century, but in terms of our furniture choices and maybe some of our paint selections and stuff like that, that isn't going to be mid-century. Like, we definitely want it to be on the more contemporary, just warm, cozy side, but we still obviously want to do our due diligence and keep the house the way it was intended to be. So it's going to be a little bit of a mix of both. If you are in this search, just know that it's not over. It's easy to feel discouraged, and there's so many people who will tell you that certain things aren't possible, but I just want to tell you that they are. I got an overwhelming number of comments and messages and things telling us that our budget was unrealistic, we're not going to find what we want and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, you're the only person who really knows yourself, and you're the only person who has to drop that much money on a property. So listen to yourself, take everything else with a grain of salt. We were able to find something within our budget that had pretty much everything we were looking for, and it's even better than what I could even imagine, and that's what's even on our vision board. Don't think we're alone in this, that this happens to other people too. Don't settle, you'll find something. It's going to be amazing. This was definitely a journey and a learning process, but we're very grateful for it. Yeah, I don't know, we're just really excited for our house!